A strong first move played by grandmasters and beginners alike, grabbing space and eyeing the e4 and c4 squares. Natural knight development that protects the pawn. Knight f6 protects the d5 pawn and controls the e4 square. c4 gains space on the queen side, prepares to develop the knight to c3, and invites black to give up control of the e4 square after d takes c4. e6 defends the d5 pawn and allows the dark squared bishop to develop. Knight c3 develops the knight, attacks the d5 pawn and controls the e4 square. c6 supports the d5 pawn and allows the queen to develop on the queen side. This leaves a pawn without defenders. That was a free pawn. Very precise, very strong play. This is the way to win a pawn. Black develops the knight and attacks the center. With this push, white grabs central ground and opens lines for future development. This threatens to force eventual checkmate. This prevents the opponent from being able to force eventual checkmate. This maintains the balance of material with a good trade. White develops the bishop and attacks the center. This is the strongest option. Castling gets the king out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Castling to the same side of the board is a more cautious approach. This adds pressure by pinning a knight. This kicks a bishop, the clearly correct move for a threatened bishop. This defends the attacked pawn. This creates space for the king to move in case it is attacked. This offers an equal trade of pieces. That was a free pawn. The rook is now on an open file, which helps control squares across the board. There were worse moves, but also something much better, a straightforward recapture. This threatens to win material by adding pressure to a pinned piece. This threatens to sacrifice a rook for a nice tactic. This avoids clear danger, the correct move to safety. This threatens to win a rook through a fork. This prevents the opponent from being able to win a rook through a fork. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. This protects the attacked rook. After all captures, this is an equal trade. A clear recapture. This avoids clear danger. With some precise moves, black will be able to overload the opponent's piece and win a pawn. This threatens to capture a knight and win material after the follow-up trade. This causes white to be overloaded, having to defend too many pieces at once. A straightforward recapture. Right on target. This threatens to win material through a fork. This threatens to force eventual checkmate. This stops the opponent from being able to force eventual checkmate. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it. This steps away from the checking knight, the clearly correct move for a threatened knight. The best option was to capture a knight that was threatening to win material, the correct move to safety. This forces the opponent to get an isolated pawn on a semi-open file, a clear recapture. This threatens to win a queen through a discovered attack. That's fine. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. Black will be winning a pawn with that fork. This evades the check from the queen. That pawn was free for the taking. This is not the right idea. This loses a pawn. The better move was to move a rook to safety. Very precise. This takes an open file, a common method for activating a rook. This attacks a queen, winning a tempo when it moves away. This avoids clear danger. This threatens to capture a knight and win material after the follow-up trades. This protects an underdefended knight that is under attack. Advancing the pawns in front of the king can compromise the king's safety. The better move was to defend a pawn that was under attack. This threatens to win material through a discovered attack. The best option was to take an open file with a rook. This misses an opportunity to capture a free pawn. White was worse off, but now they are in a losing position. The correct move to safety. This threatens to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. The correct move to safety. This avoids clear danger. This is the only good move. This evades the check from the knight. The clearly correct move for a threatened knight. This misses a better way to move a queen to a more active position. This prevents the opponent from being able to win a knight through a fork. This threatens to capture a knight and win material after the follow-up trades. The knight is now adequately defended. This attacks a rook, winning a tempo when it moves away. The better move was to add a defender to a vulnerable pawn. This permits the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a queen, a good use of time, thinking and finding the only good move in the position. This wins time by threatening a queen and forcing it to move away. This protects the attacked knight. A good use of time, thinking and finding the only good move in the position. This blocks an attack on a rook. This is a fair move. This is an equal trade. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade, a straightforward recapture. This threatens to win a knight through a fork. Black was better off, but now their position is winning. This misses a better way to capture a free pawn. The better move was to defend a knight that was under attack. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This removes the attacking knight, putting the piece on a blockade square. This allows the opponent to win a pawn through a fork. Black will be winning a pawn with that fork. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged by pawns as it tries to promote. An active king is critical in the endgame, and getting it off of the back rank is the first step. This move puts the rook on a safer square. That was a free pawn. Securing the passed pawn makes it harder for white to challenge it. This move puts the rook on a safer square. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. This puts the rook behind the other player's passed pawn. Black reinforces the passed pawn. One of the best moves. This offers an equal trade of pieces. This moves the rook to safety. That pawn was free for the taking. Placing a rook behind an opposing passed pawn can inhibit the pawn's ability to promote. Securing the passed pawn makes it harder for white to challenge it. A solid choice. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. This move puts the rook on a safer square. This blocks the check from an opposing rook, the clearly correct move for a threatened rook. This puts a rook behind a passed pawn, helping it to promote. That was a free pawn. This evades the check from the rook,